Hey, it's me, Puppet DM, and I'm here to tell you all about the sponsors we have here at the Wandering Society. We're sponsored here by Mage Hand Press, makers of a bunch of 5th edition supplements, like the Book of Kobold or their series of new classes. And don't forget, Arcmada, the amazing sci-fi fantasy campaign setting for the world's greatest role-playing game. Be sure to check them out at store.mageandpress.com. Up next, we have Roll20. It's the platform we use here at the Wandering Society to play all of our games. It's easy to use, intuitive, and it now comes with dark mode. Be sure to check them out at roll20.net. We're also sponsored by R. Talsorian Games. R. Talsorian Games make great RPGs, and they've been doing so since the early 90s. Check their books. They've got Cyberpunk Red, which Simon tells me has been played here extensively, Castle Falkenstein, which also has been played here, and The Witcher, which has also been. Okay, we get it! Check them out at your FLGS or online at rtalsoriangames.com. Have you ever wanted to wake up and smell the coffee? Well, now you can with this next sponsor, Found Familiar. Get yourself some damn good coffee at foundfamiliar.com and use the code on the screen to get 15% off. What do you mean I can't drink coffee? What the fuck is felt? And we couldn't end this segment without talking about our good friends at Die Hard Dice. That's right. As a Dice affiliate, we are proud to partner with Die Hard Dice to bring you only the best in shiny click-clacks. Click-clacks? What is... Ow. You can check their ever-growing collection over at dieharddice.com and use the link below to get 15% off. You're putting this all on me? I better get a cut.
I forgot I'm supposed to record solo intros for this game. Well, you know how I do like my solo introduction about a theme of tonight's good evening. Unpreparedness. Sometimes when you have a lot to juggle in your life, you tend to forget important things. Things that were once muscle memory almost. Reflexive actions become mired in this fog that covers the brain. This is what has happened to your storyteller tonight. I thought I had everything figured out, and I completely forgot to write an intro. I'm Simon at Wandering DM, and I will be your storyteller for tonight. Now let's continue on with our story, shall we? Yeah, now we're live. Hello, everyone. Welcome back. It is Monday night, and we're back with Vampire the Masquerade, Montreal by Night. Yes, I should have added that to my intro earlier. I have not COVID, but I have nose and throat things going on, so I'm going to try to keep it smooth. But I will try to mute myself whenever I cough. I might not be able to every time, so I apologize in advance for that. Now that said, welcome everyone. This is episode 5 of our 4th season. Before we go into the recap, let's go around the table, have the coterie introduce themselves, and then we're going to pick back up where we left off last time. Let's begin with the person right above me on the overlay, and then we're going to go left to right. So we'll start with Trooper. Hello, welcome back.
Hello, it's been 2 weeks since we've been here. 1, 2 days, 4 days, 5 hours. It's been a time period. It's been too long. It feels like a long time because what is time? Because there was a gangrel werewolf problem happening, and when you leave on a cliffhanger like that, it's stays in your mind. But I am Trooper P, and I am playing your Osebo Humanity 3 vampire Dixon, who is Humanity 3 and has no place to live. And let's see, just trying to get things together and perhaps murder all of the high-ranking vampires in the city. That's just going to take a long time, though. That's not going to happen anytime soon.
Humans did it in one night.
Well, yeah, but that's because they've got numbers.
They also had C4.
Yeah, they have C4. They have numbers. Dixon has got like $17, maybe. So it'll be it's a long-term project.
One firecracker.
Yeah, I'll be like, oh. He'll have sparklers. He'll be like, oh,
that
sparklers.
I would also like to point out. I would also like to point out, if you're thinking about this from an actual chemical reaction point of view, that it is more likely that sparklers would be more useful to fight vampires than C4.
Do you think?
With that
Yeah,
bit of
the
knowledge,
pure phosphorus is going to cause a much bigger firebomb than C4 will. C4 is a much more controlled explosion, which is not as exothermic. Less fire, more boom, versus more fire, more dead vampire.
yeah, it's just you're gonna need a shit ton of sparklers to get to that point.
But they're cheaper and they're a lot easier to move than and not as protected as C4.
Yeah. With that bit of knowledge, welcome back, Deirdre.
Sorry, Trooper, I did not mean to steal your thunder on this one. Hey everybody, I'm your friendly neighborhood Prax. I get to play Florica Winters, your friendly neighborhood Ravnos, for whom it is not her fault that things are happening. And also I'd like to point out the side benefit of a sparkler is if you use it as a stake and then light it, right? Then you both stake someone and lit them on fire.
Are your sparklers more robust than the ones I know? The ones I know you can just kind of bend with your fingers.
No, the ones that you can get that you put like in the sand at the
Right.
at the tiki party. You know,
Right.
they're a little bit,
Yeah.
they're wood and wire at the bottom. You know, it might take a little bit of effort and double-handed to do it, but you do it and then you light it and then you go.
Yeah, no, the sparks I'm thinking about are just a very thin wire with a very thin coating and would not penetrate anybody's body.
Yeah, the like birthday.
You
The little birthday ones.
Yeah, the little birthday ones. You'd be surprised with what you can do, and with only 7.8 grams of pressure.
This is why Flory is the assassin and who got a werewolf killed, and not the chuckleheads over.
Speaking of pressure, let's move on to the last person, our last player, who's, I don't know why the word pressure makes me seek into his character, but hey, Pope, welcome back.
Hey, it's obviously just thinking about that 1980s Queen hit Under Pressure. It's obviously that. Because Arthur,
Well,
like, yeah.
Was that the Queen, or was that the Vanilla Ice version? Because I mean, they both have the same bass line. And wasn't
David
Vanilla Ice
Bowie.
from Florida?
Yes,
Mr.
Mr. Vander
like your
Winkle
character.
is from Florida, but he's a carpenter, and has more in common with my character over on Carousel Court with the Ninja Turtles vibe than this one. But yes, from previous conversation, I will interject this: Syntax and rigging a phone to have a ignition spark with a specific phone number works wonders if you need to take out a specific target. It's not the size of the boom, it's how you use it. And as for pressure, well, here's a fun fact, Vampire Hunter fans. There's this thing called a nail hammer. You can get it at Ace Hardware. It's pretty much a deployable stake gun, well, tool, and would work very well. They have nails the size of stakes, depending on the nail hammer. So why vampires continue to exist, who knows? Especially
the Masquerade.
When,
you can't kill them if you don't know they exist.
No, you can definitely kill vampires even if you don't exist. Ask any vampire whose home has been repossessed. So, like, vampires die in accidents every day. It's tragic.
The bathroom, is that right? Is the bathroom the most dangerous place of the home for a vampire?
No. Surprisingly enough, it's the attic. Just terrible things happen in attics and basements. Always make certain that if you are of the undead persuasion, that your basement has at least 2 exits. Otherwise, you're living in a kill box.
Mm-hmm. Which
Speaking
is
of
another word for coffin.
Yeah, no, speaking of kill boxes, I believe when we last left off with Artie, he was seeing about talking to people about a unfortunate field trip that he has been persuaded to take by a few of the court of the rose, so they don't go crying to Mama, and Mama doesn't come to town. So I am very interested to see what goes on between the elimination of court higher-ups, a unfortunate field trip, and most importantly, a shootout between the local PD and someone who is deeply troubled.
Yep, because last we left our group, you all three recapped perfectly what happened to each of you, but I believe we ended the session on Kine finally making it to the site of a giant shootout in the middle of a street. Lori realized, due to her beast being a little too eager, that the werewolf apparition that she created to distract Nathaniel Simmons, Archon, might be a little too real, as some of the cops, freaked out by what they saw, began shooting at what is essentially empty air. You I believe, stepped back into the shadows. Turned on obfuscate. And we ended with a nice overhead shot of this like semicircle of cops and behind their doors and cars, firing at the werewolf and at a completely frenzied Archon. After Nathaniel gets hit about 5 or 6 times in the chest by bullets. Yep.
Because I'm just hiding and it's just an active apparition for me, I think after the first gunshot goes towards the werewolf, she's just going to have the werewolf bound off into the darkness down the street, because I don't have to do anything except let it happen.
Yep.
And she'd make sure it goes east, not west.
Yep. I mean, you can decide to dispel it whenever you want.
Yeah, but she's gonna have it like bounce off like a couple cars and then behind a building and disappear that way, but disappear towards the path it went towards was towards the east of their current location, not west, where she knows that there are actual werewolves. But then it's one of those, she's going to let it disappear the minute it's out of visual line of sight of the police.
Okay.
You know, assuming there probably a couple of them are going to follow that, maybe whatever. She's still staying hidden and just letting the apparition go away.
All right.
And become an urban legend.
So Simmons gets shot a couple of times. The werewolf technically gets shot twice, and then bounces off and leaves. Simmons turns to the wolf and snarls, but I guess I can't really call it a stray bullet. A well-placed bullet shatters one of his fangs. And he turns to the cops. And just have to check a thing. And yes, I put them alphabetically now.
I'm gonna murder them all.
Yeah, but I have one thing I'm hoping to do in a minute.
Yep, actually he is just going to rush at them. With his celerity, he clears the distance in what the mortals here would consider, impossible speed. Grabs the first policeman and just rips him open with both hands.
Because she still has the headset. She's just gonna double tap the phone. Like, it's in her pocket. She's just gonna double tap it in her pocket. Assuming that Casimir would understand to double tap him. At this point, you've got enough cops
already, though.
He does, but it's like, okay, you just turn around and double tap him? We've got enough cops firing now. It'll look like she's assuming it's not going to happen immediately, right? But like that's what she's just sending on the like a quick message on the phone.
And I think we can do something cinematic here. Let's do this.
Yeah, because it's one of those, the cops are all there. He's going after all the cops.
Oh,
you would have expected something like SWAT to show up at some point, so someone should have there should be an expectation the cops are expecting somebody with a sniper rifle. I don't.
Here it's going to be a lot less, even with like the Sabat years. Reaction time is going to be a lot longer than in the States.
Your turnaround time is.
Yeah, We don't
They-
need them here.
They don't have American turnaround times, and they do not have American military equipment that they just use to.
No, but
Buy
they
off
have
the cops.
megafauna, and they'd have megafauna.
Yeah, but not on the island.
Yeah,
And
no,
for that, we call them Mounties.
This is fair.
their SWAT would have just rifles, not sniper rifles.
That's fair.
But no, what actually happens is, and I'll describe the scene. Simmons, clawed open the first cop. You hear one just shout like, "What the fuck is this guy?" As that person's partner leans into the car to grab the radio, and before he can do anything, Simmons just chops his arm off with his claws. He freaks out, spins on in place a few times as he's crying and shouting. The others panic. One of them just runs, and Simmons grabs the last remaining I think there were 3 cop cars. Off camera, 2 of them will have gotten gruesomely killed, but we'll grab the last one and use it as a projectile to attack the fleeing cop with. They both collide into each other, all on the ground.
Is his back currently to Flory?
More or less, but he's standing on top of one of the car's hoods and snarls at the cops, and that's when you would hear the and for a heartbeat, everything freezes. He's not moving. Cops aren't moving. Well, I mean, those that are still alive. There's just the flash of the blue and red lights. And then Simmons scatter into ashes.
Are there any cops currently left alive at the moment?
The 2 that have been thrown on each other.
But they're on the ground away.
They're on the ground away.
Cool. You have 3 cop cars, right?
Yes.
And he was only standing on one when he went ashy?
Yeah.
Cool. She's gonna pull a magnet from her bag and stick it on the camera of that car.
You want to basically
Fry the footage.
fry the footage.
She's not expecting to get all 3 cars, right? But whichever one he was actively standing on is the one that's going to have the most footage on it.
But can you make can you just make real quick, let's go with wits and technology.
Wits and technology.
In the midst of everything.
Cool. I can do this.
And players, remember, you all regain 1 point of superficial willpower.
Oh yeah, that's right.
You actually get as much as your resolve, or I think it's you actually get more. It's just that it's 2 different stats, but they're the same number for me.
Resolve or composure.
Yeah, it's the same, but so you get 2 of those, right? Cool.
Superficial.
Cool. I'm happy with that. I'm happy with. I'll take that.
Yeah, if it was an aggravated, though, it doesn't go back to superficial. That one stays.
Aggravated stays until you fulfill your ambition.
Yeah.
Or get massive progress towards it.
I only spent 1. I spent 1 willpower. I spent 2 superficial willpower to force rerolls last time that ended up, for some reason, doing instead it marked it as 1 aggravated instead of 2 superficial. Don't know why I did that. So I put it down, the 2 superficial. I think I just clicked the wrong thing. All right, so wits, technology. There we go. Well, I got 2 successes.
So yes, there's the car that, saw him standing up and mashing. But the car that belongs to the now dead, deceased one-armed cop, you saw him go in and call the radio. Definitely someone, if nobody picked up, that thing is going to be registered anyway. Like that there was a call, that something.
Yeah, that there was that there was a call. More cops are going to show up. There are going to be a whole bunch of dead cops and 2 cops who are going to be problematic. Yeah. I need to GTFO.
Okay.
But if I drop a magnet on just the footage from this camera, which is local to this vehicle because it's 2014 and we can't they are not live streaming, they can only physically download when they get to physical locations. Fun things you find out when you research for previous games. And characters for other games. So the footage would be there. It's like body cam footage, right?
Yeah,
body cam footage doesn't stream.
I'm wondering how, if they actually, I think they had it.
No, dash cams existed starting in 1993. So by 2014, I'm assuming...
Yeah, they all had it. Yeah.
I'm assuming it's just standard production at that point.
You hear, as you're, sabotaging the camera, you hear in your earpiece, wow, I'm going to forget all the names forever now.
Casimir,
just saying, leaving.
on. And she'll back out, and go through the darkness and just become shadow. Silent, unseen passage, and silent step.
You're gonna need rouse checks for those.
One of them I do. Silence of Death is free. And unseen passage is a rouse check, yes. I'm hungry as hell. This is gonna make me... Ooh. No, she knows exactly how hungry she is. She wouldn't make that mistake. Because she can't stop and feed. She can't... This is already a problem. So she's not going to do unseen passage. She's just going to become Silence of Death and walk into the shadows. And then a block or two away...
Going?
She's gonna go a block or two away and break into somebody's house and have dinner.
I was wondering that exact thing. I think we'll come back.
But she's not hitting the cops that are bodies.
Yeah, you're basically just leaving to feed elsewhere. But we're gonna get to that scene in a moment. Go back to Artie for a second. Go back to something less violent, bloody, maybe. Artie, where are you going?
Well, I've got 2 other people I need to see.
Yep.
Given timeline, let's make this the most awkward as possible.
Okay.
So whilst the shootout at the OK Corral is happening, I'm going to be having a meeting with Caleb.
Do you go to him or do you ask him for a meeting point?
I asked him for like where he wanted to meet up.
Um, he'll give you a park.
Okay.
It's a bit farther away from downtown. It is towards the west of the island, basically towards Atwater.
Okay.
The Atwater being a subway station, and also streets, but whatever. There we go. The park is called the Cabot or Cabot Square.
Okay.
The Cabot Square. It's fairly large. There's like little footpaths. The park takes up like an entire block, right?
Mhm.
When you get there, you notice that there's half a dozen people, all of them walking, some of them in pairs, 2 of them are just by themselves, one is clearly completely absorbed by whatever it is they have on their phone. All around you on the streets you have it being right next to St. Catherine, which is like one of the main arteries. You have like a lineup of cars waiting like at each street light, and you're fairly certain you catch the lap of a black coat kind of standing behind a tree, maybe leaning against it.
Yeah. Do a quick change before I get out of the car. Throw on black zip-up hoodie and some black sweatpants. Kick off the nice shoes, take off the socks. Slip on some black Crocs, I should say, and just head in.
He, almost as if he knew you were heading his way, he stops leaning against the tree and begins to walk. And you notice he has like a paperback novel that he just shoves in his pocket as he walks up to you and greets you the way someone would greet an old friend. Arthur! It's been forever, man.
Yeah. Day and a half.
I hate this. Is what you have to tell me something that can be overheard?
I can use jargon.
Good. I have business in the area later. Might as well kill 2 birds.
Our favorite twins are having a conniption. One that they are threatening to go their mother with. They want me to clean up their mess. This involves me going down to the basement and trying to find some stuff that's broken and picking it up.
Basement's been condemned for a while.
Yeah, but I'm one of a handful of folks that knows how to jimmy that lock.
Interesting. How so?
I knew the lockmaker.
I underestimated you. I thought your friend Lucky would have been the best key for that lock.
Oh no. This involves some messy elbow grease.
There are all manners of vermin down there in the basement, though.
Oh, I know. My mom is interested in both the varmints and what's in the basement.
Have our two friends mentioned anything regarding what they want from the basement, or just a general cleanup?
They want enough proof of what I have put forward to them about what my mother wants and what her friend that just came into town, the banker from Turkey, and that association, which I remember clearly from back in Miami. Mom made certain that I met him. I was in the room. But apparently the twins just won't take my word for it.
And proof of what you're certain of can be found in the basement? He raises an eyebrow.
There's a number of things that if you've got, the right new age books, you might be able to find something.
And you need my help how? Because I doubt you just came here to tell me you were heading to the basement.
Couple of things. One, I am certain I'm not the only one trying to head down there. I need to make certain that if I am followed, I at least have a heads up. And I also know that there's a lot that's been left in the basement that we both know once I open those doors, if it doesn't get into the right hands, it's going to make things in town real messy.
I can 60% guarantee you that none of my people will cause you any issues. They're
really
not in the
worried.
basement.
I'm not worried about your people. I'm worried about the guy in the coat.
He looks down at his coat, back up at you. You'll have to be a little more descriptive.
The one riddled with Halloween masks. Might be a cousin of mine.
A man in a coat of masks.
Yep. Faces, if you will.
Okay. Is both more and less reassuring.
I'm concerned that this possible cousin is going to be the one that follows me down there. He's likely not well.
Anyone wearing a coat of faces could be.
Yeah. there's also the price I'm going to have to pay to pick those locks. Price I really didn't want to have to pay, but we both know that those twins are not going to make things easy on anyone that they actually can see has a spark of humanity left in them.
It depends where.
Oh, there's a lot of nasty things down there I need to get my hands on.
No, I mean, certain rooms in the basement are easier to reach than others.
Well, my mother's interested in the old library, the secure one. The twins want what she wants, plus they want what I think will be a tie between Mom's friend the banker and her, as well as any other particularly nasty things. For our professorial friend, I've said I'll keep an eye peeled for a few New Age books to add to his collection. You have a better idea what's down there. If there's something else that I should keep my eye peeled for, that's the other reason why I'm here.
And you intend on going down there alone?
Honestly, considering what's down there, if I bring somebody, I'm going to be tempted to leave them down there. And that's not good for my recovery.
No, but you will definitely need someone to watch your back. I figure the elbow grease that you're thinking of will take a lot out of you.
Oh, I put in a HelloFresh order for a lot of beverages.
I have no one to send with you. And I would not.
Also, the one last thing. We both know why I'm actually doing this. But to cover for if things go sideways, I need his hoity-toityness to understand the price I paid. And maybe he'll, actually put 2 and 2 together how much I've saved his ass.
Should you never return from the basement, I will make sure to notify Martin of your efforts to clean up.
And if I somehow make it without having to go on extended therapy, I think it's really important that this city have a third-party option as to who they can talk to. I don't mean my old affiliation. I'm just saying a neutral zone is a good thing.
Food for thought.
Well, I won't keep you from your meeting. Thanks for seeing me.
Have a good night. And do reconsider going down there alone.
It's a matter of the soul, Caleb. I'm not going to do that to anyone.
Good night. might as well notify His Highness right away. Can you give me a roll?
Sure.
Can you give me Resolve Insight?
Sure.
It's gonna be a difficulty 3.
I'll spend a willpower.
Good choice, good choice. Did it work?
It's going through now.
Oh.
I'll spend one more willpower.
You really don't want to fuck up that bad.
Yep.
I agree with your decision to burn through willpower.
It's there to burn. So. One last time.
All right.
There we go.
I was scrolling to the page of Bestial Failure, but thankfully I forgot the number, so I had to scroll.
So that's 4 on 3.
Yeah. To say that Caleb knows more than he let on might be an understatement. The reactions he had throughout your conversation, you know, as he turns around to leave, and you know the events just play back in your mind. He looked almost bemused, as far as Caleb's expression could be bemused. But you know him enough. You've interacted with him enough that there is almost like a level of childish glee at the thought that someone, not just you, but that someone knows how to get to the basement.
Don't like that. Don't like that. Okay. Just makes the next meeting even more pressing.
Where are you going?
Headed to Anarch Country.
All right, then as you hop back in the car, we're going to move to Dixon.
I'm done for the evening.
Oh, okay.
My timeline is done because it takes me like 2 and some hours to walk back and forth, and so I remembered that I have finished all of my evening time for the day.
Then let's go back to Flory and feeding. You're hungry. It's there's no other way to put it. You are famished. And
Yes.
you found the area you're in, the block that you're in, are these like triplexes. Like, you know, first floor, second floor, and then like basement apartments. Easy to get into. But because your beast is so close under the surface, your, you know, what we would consider normally muscle memory, almost. Autopilot might not be the best thing to do. And so because of that, we're going to get a bit more into the scene than just a hunting roll. To your left and to your right, across the street, same thing. It's made of triplexes made of like brownish beige bricks with a almost flat roof. They all have the same little balcony with the same railing on each, you know, apartment except the basement levels. Each one has a garage door. Probably for whoever owns the place has like a reserved parking spot, which eats up kind of like part of the basement level. Their windows are all placed in the same places. You case one, you case them all. None of them have lights on anymore. None at this late an hour. There are porch lights still on, but nothing inside. Pretty much all of these places have curtains or blinds drawn. I would like to know, what does Flory do? Which floor do you prefer to get your food from?
Backside, second floor. Bedrooms are almost always on the back side of the apartment building. Of apartments, the front facing the road is very rarely the bedroom. If only for noise purposes than for any other reason.
You make your way to the back porch.
Second
Door
floor
is, of course, predictably locked. We'll start with a dex and larceny.
And the benefit for the lockpicks?
Yes. +1 for the lockpicks. It's a difficulty 2. It's not the hardest of things, it's just
3 successes.
with the and all on hunger dice too.
Yeah, I'm hungry. I've had a bad shitty day. This is hangry level picking a lock. This is like not even finesse. She pulls the lockpick from the bun because that's the easiest place to keep it. And she just like, oh my god, this is one of those sliding doors. Fine. In, up, down, twist, left. And like doesn't even like look at it.
Mm-hmm. You open the door. Can you roll just 1d10 and tell me, do you prefer odds or even?
Let's go evens. Why not?
There are no dogs sleeping in the kitchen.
After tonight and the number of dogs I've had to deal with,
Would have been a problem.
I would have been upset.
When you set foot upon the cold ceramic tiles of this kitchen, it's sort of built like as an L with like an island in the middle. It's got a little nook for, let's call it a breakfast nook, that is currently overcrowded by just either like newspapers or mail or like stuff that's been piled, like people have piled up on that table to the point where there is no place to sit. There are, from what you can see, save for the living room and probably the dining room, you see 3 other doors that could be bedrooms. Unfortunately, no one here seems to snore loud enough for you to pick it up. If you look real quick, you've got a roommate situation. 2 single people sleeping in their own double beds, one of which is a futon, the other one is an actual bed. There are only 2 of them here. 2 kind, fast asleep.
Snack
It's
time.
just that, you know, botching one might exacerbate the situation tonight. Can you give me Dex and Stealth for that feeding roll?
Do I get a benefit for being Silence of Death?
Because they're asleep, I'll say no, because they don't hear you anyway, but you could use your break-in specialty.
As specialty? Okay.
Yeah, because they won't hear you come in at all, Silence of Death or not.
So that's 5, 3, 6, crit. What?
That's a
How
messy
does-
crit.
It's a messy crit.
You want to re-roll and hope that you get... Oh, it's going to be a messy crit one way or another. Okay.
No, it wouldn't, because if I re-roll one of those 10s, it wouldn't be.
Yes, if you re-roll one of the 10s to not be a 10, you could. It's up to you. Do you want it to be messy or not?
Except you can't re-roll hunger dice.
Yeah,
No,
but I have
they're-
I have a 10
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
not on the hunger dice.
Yeah.
And so if I re-roll if I just re-roll 2d10,
Or just the one, the crit.
Yeah, because if you just re-roll the crit and it's like either a fail or a regular, you still have 2 successes.
yeah, okay. Yeah. I mean, in this case, it's she's
Yeah.
beyond tired of bullshit tonight and would be
Um,
going out of her way to. She's
there's
going to be
this-
snacking on multiple full.
There's this flash in your mind of, like, you know, really wanting to drain that person dry.
Yes.
You start to feed. And you needed it. You know you needed it.
Yeah, I'm half bleeding. Well, I'm not bleeding anymore.
Can you make a rouse check
While I'm eating.
while you're eating? I'm not going to consider your hunger for that rouse
Frenzy check?
No, it's just a rouse check.
Because there's that frenzy when you have really heavy
ignore
hunger.
the +1 hunger, like bring it back to what it was.
Okay.
Basically, as you begin to feed, you don't keep track properly, and you don't kill the person. You can definitely take away 2 hunger.
Mm-hmm.
You haven't made a mess, but you realize, like, as you like rear your head back to just, swallow the last mouthful of blood that you took, realize that the person is not in great shape. Probably danger. Their humor they had, they taste like melancholy. And you think maybe they were, you know, like chronic fatigue type of person.
Mm-hmm. But hey, there's somebody else.
There is somebody else. The thing is if this person doesn't get any attention, that is definitely collateral damage.
Yeah. So she's going to take 30 seconds and stymie the blood flow.
I mean, you just need to lick it, and that
yeah,
stops
like
it.
it stops the blood flow.
But it's more like because they're missing blood.
Yeah. She's going to walk over to their fridge.
Mm-hmm.
Open it. Do they have orange juice?
Yeah.
Cool. She's going. Welcome to many years of helping out blood drives. Take the orange juice out. Pour a very large glass. Walk over and activate awe.
They are
'Cause
still
it's free.
fast asleep. Yeah.
Oh no, it's free, but it's free.
Mhm.
Mhm. And then just lean in close and like flick them in the air a few times.
It takes a while for them to wake up.
Okay, then she'd pinch them.
It eventually
Drink this.
Who?
Sophia Loren. Drink this. You're having a really great dream. And with all activated.
I'm gonna ask that you give me manipulation and subterfuge.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Oh, and wait, hold on. It's the actual roll for awe is what you want.
Well, not necessarily. Give me a sec. Because awe will make it so that they focus only on you.
Yeah. I mean, you want manipulation subterfuge for the other things. Okay. Okay, so
Yeah,
it's just
so that
regular
they-
manipulation subterfuge.
Yeah. To believe that it's a dream, basically.
Yeah,
Because
that it's a very good
They
dream.
won't resist your awe. They're focused on you. It's just, what are you?
A really good dream. A really good dream.
Yep. They'll drink a glass and just, I don't feel good.
You should call 911. Did you do any drugs tonight?
And they like begin to try to search for their phone, and you realize they're like waking up proper.
She's gonna take that moment to go back out the porch door and just drop and walk away.
They'll eventually call for help, but they will survive. And so you head out into the night. What's your destination, by the way? Or are you headed to?
Probably by this time of night, she's going to send a quick text to Casimir. Extracted fine. Heading home.
He'll reply, see you at home.
and then she'd call Caleb.
He picks up.
So I have good
Winters.
news. I have good news, bad news, and fucked up news. Which do you want?
Start with the worst.
Your stupid gangrel got into a fight with a werewolf on the city street. And then decided to fight a bunch.
Late an hour to tell me some. Is this your idea of a joke, Miss Winters?
Oh, fuck no. He got into a fight with a werewolf on the city street.
There are no
That would-
werewolves.
I
in
saw a
Montreal.
werewolf, and a whole bunch of cops saw a werewolf and shot at said werewolf.
You're trying to bluff the sheriff. I bluff the sheriff.
I would like to point out, nothing I've said is a lie.
No, but you do know that there are no werewolves.
No, I know that there are werewolves right to the other side of the river, because I
Yes.
know that they're there.
But that's
all I'm
not-
telling you.
That's not what you're trying to make him believe.
I'm telling him, like, I will roll for it, I understand,
Yes.
but I want you to understand that she is not lying when she says everything that she is saying.
Yeah, let's go with, again, manip subterfuge.
Mm-hmm.
And let me just grab his. Okay. Whoops, I'm typing /R in the Twitch chat.
She isn't telling a lie.
Difficulty 4.
Cool. This is gonna be great, everybody. I want you to understand this. I want you to understand how not great this will be. Let's see how this goes. You know what?
Hmm?
I'm going to re-roll just to see. Just the once. Just to see.
That's 3 successes out of 4.
Do I push it?
No,
It's
okay,
five.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
3. Yeah, you can do one more.
Fuck it. Fuck it. Oh wait, did I only roll 3d10? I only rolled 2d10 last time instead of 3.
Hmm? No, right now
Oh, no,
you
I only
just
would've
reroll
rolled-
2d10s because those are the only 2 that
Yeah,
you
yeah,
failed.
because I was like, wait, why did I only roll 2? Because I can roll up to 3. No, I did it because there are only 2 I can roll. That
Mhm.
made sense. Sorry, it was a brain
and now
fart
there's
moment.
just the one left.
Mhm. Nope, it's not gonna work, but that's what she says.
Why are you calling me, if not to tell me some tall tales?
Because he's very, very dead.
Simmons is?
Yes.
Caleb activates Blush of Life often just to sigh tonight, apparently.
Oh, your lungs are working. That's nice.
He goes, what does it look like?
Ash across the street.
Simmons would not have gone down without a fight.
No, and 6 dead cops will tell you that that's a very big fight.
What's the good news?
That he's dead and that there's no visual recording of him deciding to go apeshit on 6 cops
Can you
in
give me
a
the street?
dusty way. Yeah, she'll give him the street address.
That's a lot of apartments around.
Yes, it is. Who all heard him yelling about shooting at a wolf. Now, do I know what he was talking about? Not a bloody clue. But he decided to shoot at a bloody wolf in a bunch of cars and then a bunch of cops. I'm going to go off the theory that maybe he drank somebody bad.
I will take care of it. Under one condition. And this is between you and me. Not Prince nor his sire.
Interesting.
Your
Wait,
associate.
who is his sire? Deirdre knows, but Flory doesn't.
No, that's true. He goes, I thought you knew. Your old friend, Mr. Benici.
Friend is a very big stretch of the terminology.
Said with as much irony as I can muster at this late hour.
Sarcasm should be something that
not
becomes
irony.
innate. Thought you were French, Caleb. Isn't that kind of like the first language that the French speak is sarcasm? No, that's the Italians. I'm sorry.
Your associate, Mr. Porter, is rushing headlong to his final death.
Ah.
I can take care of making sure there are no traces of this breach, but I want you to accompany him. Do not
Where am I accompanying him?
underground.
Ah. You're the third person to strongly recommend that I should take a trip downstairs.
I want you to keep your eye on him. Record. And
Is that all you want? Is that really all
record and
Caleb
take
Duval?
down everything he does. Everywhere he goes. Everything it touches. I trust that you can do this.
I can do this.
I can make sure that whatever little spat happened tonight doesn't make front page in a few hours.
I have an interesting question for you, Caleb. Mr. Duval.
Mm-hmm.
Survivor. That's really what all you want to ask a thief that's going into the biggest repository of art, books, and knowledge held by the Sabbat.
Yes, it is.
And if I come across anything with your name on it, you don't want it.
I doubt that
Or
you will
anyone.
find my name on it. Doubt you will find my name on anything down there. I just want to know what exactly Mr. Porter is playing at and why does he so strongly desire to die?
Oh, I can tell you that without having to go down there, but you won't believe me.
That's why I want to know everywhere he goes, everything he touches. And every way he has of opening doors.
Oh, that's an easy one.
Well then, I take it that it won't be difficult for you to fulfill your
However,
part of the bargain.
I have a request of you, then?
I'm already doing a lot tonight.
You are. However, I don't think this is a request that would be beyond your... or very difficult. Or even perhaps for you, considered something of a real request.
Do not keep me waiting.
I want a very simple, tiny thing. Won't be a problem for you, I'm sure. I want to know, Caleb Duval, in advance, when you decide to make your play.
I do not play games,
No.
Miss Winters.
And that's why you will win.
Have a good night.
Pleasure doing business.
Just sending a thing. Then before we end the night and go to break, let's just see what Mr. Porter is up to with his third visit.
Well, there's a stop in between. He's going to leave a message at one of the few dead drops that Dixon left him.
Mm-hmm.
It's a very short message. It just reads, I was wrong. I was terribly wrong. Something's off about Caleb. Won't stand in your way. He's too interested in downstairs. Be careful. So that's the message that gets dropped.
Mm-hmm.
And then let's head to the borders of Anarch territory.
Does Arthur admitting he's wrong inflicts willpower damage on him?
Not tonight.
Just thought I had.
In fact, it may help his ambition.
I have seen your
Just
ambition.
make sure Florian Dixon survive Val.
Wait, I had to unplug this. Grab this. You're going to meet Mr. Vagos.
No. Going to
Border
Anarch
of Anarch
territory. I'm going to go to see our favorite grumpy old man.
Oh, yeah, border like that. Yes. I mean, you go there by car, so you technically can park right by the biodome. The moment you come out, you notice there's a few late night loiterers, clearly people that aren't supposed to be here. Looking at you. None of them kindred, though. Or if they are, everyone has blush of life. They look too alive to be part of the kindred.
Yeah, ghouls are a thing. I'm still in the hoodie.
One of them hails you, goes, Hey, where are you going?
Come to have words with the old man.
He knows you're coming?
No? Should he?
Wait. Then one of them picks up a phone, types on it. And there's like a good minute of uncertainty on their part. And then the guy with the phone just nods. He goes, yeah, he's aware.
All right, kids, don't stay up too late. Your mom will be worried about you.
Mom's dead.
That explains the fashion sense. Right.
So you make your way to the biodome, going through the back, of course, the same way. I think, you've seen Yuma in his natural habitat.
Yeah, I've seen it. No, I haven't been here. I've been near here, but I haven't been in here.
Okay. Then in that case, yeah, when you approach the back door, you would notice another Anarch there, clearly kindred this time.
Yeah.
He sees you, he recognizes you, opens the door. You go in. It's this sort of like abandoned beaver habitat that they started building in one of the rooms, and they stopped. So it's basically a patch of woodland that does like a semicircle around a lake. And Yuma is sitting on a log, whittling something. There's a little radio. You know those old radios that look like lunch boxes?
Oh yeah.
Like, not boom boxes, but like, way before.
Yeah, I know that.
And there's a bit of static, but you can hear like a commentator of a baseball match of some kind. Clearly not a recent. That he has as like background noise. When the door to the habitat opens and closes, Yuma would just say, "It's kind of late, you know." Oh yeah, not doing the voice tonight.
No need. Yeah, I've had a lot of meetings tonight. Gotta get my ducks in a row, considering that shit's gonna go sideways.
Please don't tell me you're here to give me your manifesto on revolution.
No. There's political ramifications, but it's not any of my personal politics. Not especially.
Good. Because your associates seem to taken it upon himself to save the entire city.
Dixon's not well. I wish him well, though, but he is not well.
No, he looks like one of my old family member that went agar a bit too often.
He's on his own path. He either will realize he needs to bounce back up, or he'll just not. But that's out of my hands now. We're not really talking.
Trouble in paradise. So then...
Not paradise. Not with what's going on.
What is going on?
Well, two baby Archons have a clear problem set in front of them, and instead of actually, putting their pants on and doing something about it, they're going to threaten to call mom. And mom coming here would mean war. I don't like that. So I've been strong-armed into going downstairs to fetch them a few things, a few pieces of evidence.
He stops whittling and plants the knife in the log. He gets up and, you know, while Caleb earlier might have been a little hard to read, there is no need for a roll to see that Yuma is startled by your decision, if not spooked.
One of the few that know how the locks work.
There's nothing good downstairs.
Oh,
There's a
I
reason
know
why
that.
the kind blew it to pieces.
Yuma. I am of the line of the worst of the worst. I know. I also know that my mother is interested in stuff down there. If she gets her hands on it, we're all up shit creek.
Why are so many people and their moms interested in old shit lying around? The past is better buried.
Because the past gives an instruction manual on how you can fuck every other vampire.
Fair. You want it for yourself, I take it?
No. The kind of ritual that she wants to perform is antithetical to my current being. She's
saying
trying
a lot of big words. I'm not very educated.
You know the entire Golconda thing, be a good kindred, and then all of a sudden you can walk out in the sun again?
Yeah, sleepy time stories.
Yeah, amongst the Sabbat, there was an inverse of that. Be naughty enough, in tune with the hunger enough, you can conquer the problems. And not just that, you can conquer your fellow kindred. She wants that. And as for the sleepy time stories, I come from the old country. My line does. They're not stories.
Yeah, the day I meet a kindred that's... Actually, he would have said a lick. The day I meet a lick that's holier than the Pope, I'll let you know. I'll call you and tell you you were right.
You're old enough to know at least the stories about the Cathedral of Flesh. They weren't rumor.
Oh, I've seen downstairs. I've been there. You know, I'm one of the rare few that come with the furniture here.
Why is everyone so hesitant to believe the things?
Oh no, there is the Cathedral of Flesh. We're standing on top of it. It's not pretty down there.
I know it's not the Cathedral of Flesh. They were trying to ape it. But again, it's a Ventrue trying to ape Zamishi design, so it's all crap.
That's one way of calling it.
Strathcona was a fool. Multi-layered fool. Believed his own hype. He had no business in being in charge. It's just he had enough people under his thrall that he could throw his pawns in the way of any actual challenge. Now, we've had the old ones get up. That's part of the reason I'm not with the cam. I don't like people that when they're presented with truth, they stick their heads in the sand. The Sabbat is wrong about many things, but the reason why it actually formed, they were correct about. There's a reason why the call is happening. There's a reason why everybody and their parent wants to know what's downstairs, because there might be a way to circumvent the call.
So, what do you want? Keys to go in?
That would make a few things easier. I wouldn't necessarily have to do as many blood rituals.
Yeah, I can't really help you on that, though. I barely remember any of the old entrances.
Yuma, we both know you have an awfully good memory when you want to.
Yeah. I'm afraid that on that part, it's not a question of memory, it's more a question of habit. I'm still here because I didn't attend mass religiously. Look at me, I'm not the believer in that bullshit anyway. Point
No.
being, I only went in when I had to, and I would always use the same entrance. The one
What's
that
that?
happened to have been blown up. The one that the kind used to infiltrate under Dorchester Square. I know there are other places, I mean, fuck, they were crawling out of every hole to go to mass. That place is like a beehive.
Speaking of crawling, maybe another way we can find a way in. Because there's a lot of, well, dried up juice boxes down there. They're clawing their way out. Lights.
Yeah,
You have anything that scared itself up on your territory? Because that might be a good way in.
in my territory, I'm not quite sure. We don't tend to keep track that much. But I know of a few people that might help. In that they might be more aware than I if there were any sightings.
I'll take what help I can get.
Or give the storyteller time to fetch his notes.
While you're thinking about those names, I just want to introduce one little piece of information that I gleaned that I am not happy about.
Which is?
Caleb's awfully happy someone's going down there. Like, unfortunately happy.
Oh yeah. Lick's been trying to get back into the basement for years.
Yep, and I have an idea why, because it doesn't seem like wealth. Doesn't seem like doomsday devices. What's he after?
I don't know. Old ShrekNet databases? I mean, the NOS could have had just about anything left in their warrens downstairs, and as far as I know, he's the last one standing. He probably left his diary down there. What's
it's not ShrekNet he wants. I have an idea of what he wants. I can't move it. I can light it on fire, though. Again, I was familiar with enough NOS. In fact, some of my old friends were NOS. I know how in the labyrinth they would keep the important things written down because you can't trust electronics. the cipher library, where all the important notes to clan. It's probably what he's after. Well, I now know that I'm going to be committing arson on top of everything else.
Whatever's not already been burnt to shit.
Nos know how to protect their shit. And to the untrained eye, it just looks like a bunch of fucking cubby holes. And maybe some broken pottery. It's not gonna look important. It's how they were able to keep everything in the fucking open.
Well, that part I can help. The Warrens were accessible through one of the crypts. That I remember. Because they made it a point to make us crawl through the muck and the webs and the shit.
Initiation rites. I got it.
Yeah, well, layout shouldn't have changed that much, depending on what tunnels are still open or not. There you go. All right. Find the statue of Cain. Get out of that room. First left. Keep going until you can't. Then you take a right, then a left, a right, a left, and you keep going until you can't. That mausoleum. Mausoleum. That's where you want to go. Also, when I say go until you can't, assuming that nothing's been blown to rubbles.
Yeah, there's a lot of big ifs, but it's better than nothing.
Yeah. Person. I know of someone who knows of. She knows just about everything that goes on in this territory. A little too curious for her own good. Petulant. Hates authority. But
of course.
She's got eyes. You're not gonna find her here, though.
Oh, don't think so. You have too much the air of respectability.
Yeah. You're gonna have to make your way to near your Dixon's old hunt.
Okay, Nord, got it.
Yeah. It's the natural park in the Bois d'Anjou. One of the last big forests left on the island. Well, if you don't count the mountain. Basically a glorified golf course. With enough greenery that you don't see the industrial park all around. Anyway.
So,
she likes to play pretend that she's one of the werewolves. You know, commune with nature and all that shit.
Is she the reason there's been some, like, quote-unquote werewolf sightings towards the north?
Towards the north?
Yeah. Northeast.
You mean outside of the island?
No, on the island.
I haven't heard back about a werewolf, and I doubt that they are wanna. If they do know that we're not as many as we used to be, Yeah, they could just come in and empty the island out.
Well, I'll leave that nightmare to you.
Yeah, well, looks like I'm gonna have to go back to the silver mines.
Well, I'm going to be digging. Since I'm going down there, is there anything that you want me to dig up?
Aren't you nice?
Again, I try to be kind to my neighbors.
Actually, I do. But for suspense reasons, camera just pans as he talks to Arthur. We don't hear it. I'll let you know, Pope. And everyone, chat included, will have to discover it when we get there. That's it. Let's just take a quick break. Bio, drink, get something from my throat again, and we'll be right back. See, I did the count right. Hello everyone, we're back. I am incapable of counting down the video properly. That's why. So we are going to close the night of November 8th. And transport ourselves to November 9th.
Sunday, Sunday, Sunday.
Sunday, Sunday, Sunday. Ticket will get you the whole seat, but you're only gonna need the edge. Yeah, rouse check for Wakey Wakey. As I'm typing notes.
What's the rule on health? Because she would have had to have killed the guy to bring 1 health point back, right?
No, but you can mend your wounds. So do you have... You took aggravated though, right?
No, which is how I didn't end up dead. Well, I did take an aggravated, but I took less aggravated. No, I did take aggravated, but I took less aggravated damage, which is how I didn't end up dead.
Yeah, it's just aggravated damage heals weirdly in this
1
version.
Over
per
time.
day.
No, it's oh, come on. Do I have to go into like mending? Oh, mending.
I believe it's 1 per day.
Oh, apologies. Apparently my internet connection is unstable.
Don't be unstable.
I'm trying.
It's page 127.
127.
Or 1. Yeah.
Thank you, because it's definitely not page 21 as it is in the index. So it's at the start of the next session, so it would be at the start of the session tonight. If you have acted in accordance to your ambition, you heal. That's willpower. I'm dumb.
Yeah. Vampires can normally mend 1 level of aggravated health damage each night by rousing the blood.
Yeah. Yeah, because humans apparently have like a bunch of other things, but it's only 1 per night. Yeah, so
Okay.
you can just do a rouse check, and if you, whether you succeed or not, it doesn't matter. It's gonna go away, but you might be hungry.
Yes, still hungry. Going to go find a snack.
And vampires can remove a number of superficial damage levels from their health tracker by rousing the blood each turn.
Yep. That's the mending in combat type of thing, depending on
So it's like
on your
basically
blood
you can just
potency.
it's
Yeah,
like
you
1
can-
rouse per you can like heal up.
Yeah.
Also, I could use the medical suite to deal with most of the superficial damage. It's the aggravated I can't do anything about.
That's true, because that's hidden in your haven.
But any superficial damage, I can just patch you up real quick.
So that said, everyone woke up tonight. What's on the docket, Kindred?
Lori is going to get the snack.
Dixon will also go hunting because if you have a hunger for and you feed, you have to make a frenzy check, and he does not want any of that. So he will be hunting as well.
Then let's do a simple hunt check for you. Oh, that's what I forgot to get. I wanted to grab the package for Roll20.
It's good. Sorry.
The one that has, not necessarily all the rule books, but there's like one that has like just like storyteller stuff.
Yeah.
And like hunting sheets are on there and all that.
Yeah.
So
It's good.
Ooh, okay, I know what I'm gonna do. You know what? Let's do it this way. I need you to give me 2 minutes. We're playing in
Okay.
Montreal, so you know what? I'm going to give you Prey, Cannon Prey from Montreal instead.
For me, this would be Strength Brawl.
Yeah, but I'm gonna ask, what kind of place do you go in?
Slum neighborhood.
District? Slum neighborhood. Do you choose Hochelaga or your old haunt of Montreal Nord?
Have never ever hunted in my old haunt, not once.
I know, I'm just asking, do you want to?
No, that's also like a 2 to 3 hour walk to get there. So no.
Can you roll a d10? And I'll
Of
tell
course.
you who's your unfortunate victim tonight. Oh, wait, do I have them?
I
No,
rolled
don't have
a 5.
5.
Hmm?
The person you find tonight is... Oh, you know that place. The Hochelaga Maisonneuve Hospital. You've been there before. As you walk by, you notice that there's a rather appetizing medical student standing outside, waiting for the bus or a taxi, maybe? He's just on a corner that would make it impossible to see if you do the deed within the bus stop. There are posters, plasters all around it, ads and whatever, so that even from the hospital like main door, can't really see them. And forget about any other floors. It's there's a roof on that stop. He's by himself. And you know, medical student is good blood.
Chance of witnesses is low.
Yep. Chances of tastiness is medium to high.
Well, I will go in because I really can't hunt people in any way other than violence at this point in time.
Oh yeah,
That
go
is,
ahead. Give me that
not
roll.
not really possible. So let's do some strength.
I really said that in French. What the fuck?
Hey, you know what? I honor that. Success 5 out of 2.
All right, let me read the description. Before the man can react, you grab him and pull him towards you. He tries to scream, but you immediately muffle his mouth and try to keep him from struggling. You sink your fangs deep into his neck and feed avidly. You make sure to lose yourself in the street once you're finished.
Just 1, because I can't get more than that, and 1 is fast.
Can you roll a d10? I'm only interested if you roll a 10. I'm not
8.
interested. No discretia.
Humor.
It was good though. Oh, fuck! I need to brush up on my medieval humors.
That thing with that thing on Roll20, they've got an automatic victim roller.
Yes, but I don't have it.
I know. I'm just saying that if you did, it'd be awesome.
I know, and it's supposed to be the pages that are inside the cover of the book. I have the physical book. I have them even like in front of me, but They don't exist in the PDF. Or at least not the PDF I have. Oh, they are phlegmatic.
Okay.
They are overworked, underpaid, and have to juggle school, internship, and everything. It's very phlegmish.
Yep. I'm going to do a little quick brutalization, a little quick punching around. Not too much, but enough to make it look like, and then like grab his wallet to make it look like a robbery, like a robbery.
He has a dorm key, a wallet, and an ID for the hospital.
Just take the wallet, just like punch him.
If you
punch him twice.
Just check inside the wallet, like there's $50 in there.
I'm gonna leave with the wallet and then dump it somewhere, because
No, but what I'm asking is, do you want to like triple your wealth? Because there's $50 in it.
I would triple my wealth.
Imagine the amount of sparklers you can buy for $50.
Ooh, $50 is a lot of money. It's a lot of money. Yeah, I'll take the $50. Yeah. Because I have resources 0, so I used to have resources. I no longer have them. But like that $50, I mean, I can't take a bus anymore.
$50 is basically like a temporary 1 dot in resource.
It's more money than I've seen in a while. And it, you never know. You might be able to use it for something. So I'll take that $50. But like, I'm going to dump the wallet, off in a trash can somewhere. Make sure I've got seems like wearing gloves, so I don't have fingerprints on there. Just like, basically, what do you give him a black eye? You know what I mean? Just give him a black eye.
I don't think your fingerprints would be registered anywhere anyway.
You never know. Those folks.
You've been dead for years.
Sure, but I also have a mask.
That is true.
Yeah.
Lori. Do you want to go in slum neighborhood, bohemian hipster neighborhood, or do you want to go to like the wealthy shit? I mean, wealthy might be harder because it's difficulty 6, but you can look at the. I have it for the districts. You can find it. I have the handout on Roll20. I think it's already shared to everyone.
Wait, are you talking to me or Trooper?
No, you, because you also need to feed, right?
Yeah, no, sorry. You cut out briefly for just a second. I didn't hear who you were talking to.
Zoom keeps saying that my connection is wonky, so
Yeah, it was just the 30 seconds. I was like, oh wait, you're talking to me. Sorry, my bad. Okay. She needs to talk to Artie, but she's never going to feed near the Haven. So she's going to feed outside the Haven.
in the same area.
Kind of.
That would count as a difficulty 3.
Yeah.
Actually,
she's.
No, literally difficulty 4.
Oh no, she's not messing with Little Italy. She's outside of that.
Okay.
Intentionally outside of that because.
Then you can lower it to difficulty 3, yeah.
Because she
Although
has.
if you were in Little Italy, you'd get bonuses, right? You'd get hunting bonuses.
Yeah, well, but she made a request of somebody to do something for her. It'd seem in bad taste to go put somebody in the hospital after doing that.
If you're outside of there, may I interest you in... I don't think downtown would be... Yeah, Plateau Mont Royal. You basically need to head down, like... I don't know, it's like a 10-minute drive, maybe a 20-minute walk at most to get there. Kind of a bohemian place, difficulty 3, basically.
Okay.
Can you give me a D10?
A D10.
Yes. I'm just grabbing the victims that we have in chapters.
10.
10. None of you have fallen on my my self insert though.
What's the chassis of the domain?
We paid to get it back up. So
Yeah, no, that was
was security.
Portillon.
Chassé is 2, Lean is 3, and
2?
Portillon is 5.
So if you were going to be hunting in Little Italy, it would be difficulty of 4. Since every dot in Chassé will reduce the hunting difficulty by 1.
4 is the base for Little Italy, so it would be difficulty 2. Right? Because it's like -1 difficulty per point of Chassé.
Yeah, but it says that the default hunting difficulty is 6, and then each one reduces it by by 1.
It's kind of weird because that's not what's in the rule book.
196. Yeah.
Wealthy neighborhood is difficulty 6, but this is not a wealthy neighborhood. Anyway, your meal for tonight happened to be a lone thrift store worker. They're closing shop. Oh, you're a sandman though, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're a sandman. You're not gonna hunt people that are actually...
No. No, so what she would probably do is,
I'll get you someone else, don't worry. Yeah, in... there are many apartments that are like above
stores.
Stores, and you know, you're walking down trying to find one that maybe people are asleep or something, and you notice in one, as you walk by, like people are shutting off the lights. You would just need to wait maybe an hour, probably be able to hack on them, and you would know that there's people in there.
Mm-hmm.
It's a second floor. There's a staircase that leads up to it.
Oh. It's not like I haven't done second floor work.
Second story work, yeah. They, and I'm really reading from their info, they left the door unlocked.
She's going to judge them so hard for it, but at the same time, she's going to take advantage of it.
You know what the worst part is? First bedroom to your left when you come in. The child's bedroom.
Oh, she's going to close that door, and because she can move without being heard, she's going to close the door. Find the caretaker adult that is a pain that is causing this problem. Have a snack.
You before you have a snack, just going to tell you that because of Silence of Death, the fact that in the dark you quote unquote step on so many empty beer bottles.
Oh, she's taking pictures with her phone.
Their bedroom is chock full of them.
Oh, she's got so many pictures on her phone. And she's going to have a snack from both of them, if there are two, or whoever it is. No, it's 2 people went in there, right?
Yep.
She's going to have a snack from both of them.
Once you're done with the first, lower your... You take like 1 hunger per person,
yeah,
I take it?
1 hunger per person, yeah.
When you feed on the first, you can taste the beer on the blood.
Yeah, well. It's not American piss water, but I've definitely had better.
Yeah. It's, I don't know when's the last time that Flory was tipsy. But after your second person, yeah. Tastes like crap. It's like Budweiser blood. Oh, shots fired.
Like I said, what's the comparison between American beer and having sex in a canoe? They're both fucking near water.
But can you give
and
me
as
that
she
roll,
walks,
though?
wait,
Because we're doing all of this, but you still need your Sandman roll.
yeah, which is
Sandaman is wait, skills, stuff, ambition. Not what I'm talking about.
Dex stealth.
Stats.
oh,
It's
Dex
Dex and
stealth.
stealth. Thank you.
Yeah, Dex.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I was like, it is Dex and stealth. And do I get my break-in bonus?
Yes.
Specialty?
Yeah, it's stealth break-in, actually. You know, because it gives you, Sandman gives you the actual fucking thing.
Oh, well, yeah, okay. Dex, and I get a +1. 3 successes. I need to spend a
like
willpower.
I said, you're tipsy.
Oh,
no,
and
because
then
it's
she-
difficult. No, it's difficulty 3 because you decided not to go to Little Italy.
Oh, yeah. She's going to, as she leaves, because I have certain things that are requirements and, you know, touchstones and things.
It's true.
She is going to peek into the door of this child's bedroom. Make sure that they're still asleep.
Yeah, they are.
She's going to call.
They're probably 7 or 8.
Mm-hmm. She's going to call both the cops and Child Protective Services. And she's going to say, "Oh my God, I was walking away and I saw this guy break into this apartment complex and this door was open and I saw this kid and I'm very concerned because there were all these beer bottles and there were these things and like it looked like there was this child left alone with these people who were just drinking so much and then this guy broke in and stole all this money and what could have happened to that child?" As she's literally taking all of the cash that's visible and anything that looks like it could be not nailed down.
Kind of like Trooper, there's about just $50.
That's okay, but she's also gonna like
They're not
take
people
stuff.
of me.
Oh, she's not taking this because she needs any of it, unlike Dixon. She's doing this to make it worse for them.
Pure curiosity, can you give me manip and performance?
Mm-hmm.
And you can add storytelling to that.
Thank you.
We're not gonna do like bestial failure or
Five successes. Or no, 2 successes. Sorry, 2 successes.
Okay, it's just for me to gauge, you know.
Yeah. She's like, so gonna like, she's gonna take like the electronics kind of stuff as well, like the small electronics that she can grab, not the VCR or the TV.
There's an iPad.
Yeah, she's gonna take that. And because she can still be silent and the kid's still asleep, she's going to slide under the kid's pillow, or like in the kid's hand, kind of. Malin's card.
I want the kid to call the...
Call here. Someone will come.
Malin, the proprietor of the I was gonna say brothel. No, the proprietor of
a burlesque club. Yes, who
okay.
has the girls at the burlesque club who have the daytime phone number for Flory. Yeah. But that's really the phone number she's leaving. She's leaving her date, you know, her number, but it's also they answer her phone during the daytime. So
And off you go into the night.
Yeah, with the iPad and
their pocket change.
But she's gonna like kind of wait to see if there's a response from the cops.
Oh,
Not
no,
long.
When you call them, like they say that they're going to send people over. They don't ask you to stay. They're just, the operator seems to be taking it seriously.
Yeah, it's one of those, she's not going to actually be staying or waiting on the phone, but it's that level of like, you see that scene in all of the thriller movies where the assassin goes back to their, the person that they helped or whatever, and they're standing in the background watching until help arrives, and then they turn and walk away. Yeah, it's like, yes, the cop car did show up. Okay, I'm turning and walking right.
It takes about a half hour.
Yeah, but that's a level of like, she's not leaving this kid.
I know you can stay outside and just wait, and about a half hour later, CPS is not going to show up until the next day for sure. But
no,
there's a squad car that comes in.
Yeah, the squad car will come, and a CPS emergency officer will show up at the police station. That one I know way too much about because I have friends who work for them on both sides of the border.
That child will be taken care of. And that means that you now have the rest of your, if a little less time than you thought originally, but the rest of your night is open.
Yeah, she's going to, as she's going to head towards Artie's, she's going to stop at the Dropbox and just leave a note with Nathaniel is no longer a problem. He's been removed from the board.
He'd left a message in there for you that just said thanks in reply to your last message.
Yeah. So this one is now just a basic, he's been removed from the board. And she would say Nathaniel. She wouldn't say anything else, any details or whatever. And then walk over to Artie's.
Was there anything else that I needed that for Dixon that people put left? I think you got the note from Melvin, right? Cooper?
Yeah, he got that was the night before he got the note from Melvin and also Antonio.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure because I didn't remember if I wrote it as in like I left myself a note to let you know next time you visit, or okay. So aside from
because he did all of his dead drop checking last time.
Do you also do your dead drop checkings tonight?
I have a question. Where exactly is Artie's place in Montreal?
In relation to where?
Just its address.
Oh, God, we used, because I keep saying it's Little Italy, but it was like there was like a I think that we used.
The cafe is Silvio's.
And cafe is Silvio's. I'm a block away.
Oh yeah. All right, so that's kind of cool. Let's.
Because I can actually just do Little Italy and find the distance.
At worst, you can search Dante Park. It's going to be close to. And I think it's kind of funny that he lives near a park called Dante.
Okay. I just need to I'm just doing a little mapping at the moment. So I can see routes. Downtown Montreal is closer. So I'll be going to downtown first, is what it looks like. Yeah. So I will eventually make my way over to Artie's, but I have to go to see Melvin first because that's on the way.
Yeah. and then keep going up.
It's about
Mhm.
3 hours to get to Artie's, and so we're just on the way.
Yeah, but also nights are a lot longer. Like that time you
But I also
lose
wake up
because of your
late.
humanity. Yeah, but you regain it because how far north we are. So still like a somewhat 8 hours ish. But let's
like
do Melvin first. Because we didn't do any
So
scenes.
it's going to be like it's 6 hours just in walking. So it's like, like 3 hours there and 3 hours back. So you have to like hustle.
So you get to Melvin's place.
By the way, where does Antonio live?
You don't know.
Yeah, I
Last you
do.
checked, he was
He sent me the message saying that he's back at his old place.
Oh, that's true. That's the hospital. The hospital you just hunted at.
Oh, is it the Verdun Hospital?
No. It's the one in Hochelaga. I have to get the name because they changed. That's the thing. I think
I see where we're at.
Google Map might not have it anymore because they moved stuff around.
In which case, we're gonna have to go. People in chat, I have to walk, and if I am still walking when the sun comes up, I die. So I have to be careful about my walking. In which case, I will have to see if I got that medical student. That means I'm closer to Antonio, which means I'll go to Antonio's first.
He's literally inside the hospital. Like you're 5 minutes away.
Yeah, so we'll go. Yeah, we'll go hospital and then Little Italy, and then on the way back hit Melvin if we have time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's the one. Yeah. So you recall he had a haven in the basement of the hospital. Because you were there. He showed you his place before, did he? Or was it Arthur?
No, Arthur. He showed Arthur his place.
He showed me the detail.
None of that stuff Dixon knows about, but Dixon has known Antonio for a couple decades, and so he's been here before.
Mm-hmm.
He's he and Antonio go back. He and Antonio and Melvin go back a really long way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so he'll just.
So you can easily find your way back without asking anyone. And it's not like you need a certain like clearance to get to the part where he's at. At some point where you're near, like in the basement, you're gonna have to like duck to make sure you're not like caught by anyone, but it's not that big a deal.
He'll knock.
Who is it?
Dixon.
Hey, come in. I'm just, and you hear like something shuffle, move behind the behind the doors, and then he opens like they're like double doors that would like swing inward.
And Dixon is wearing a black hoodie, of course, all just obscuring his face and all of that because he can't just walk around. So he, when he sort of steps inside, he goes, "Got your message."
I hadn't heard from you in a while.
December, not November. Yeah.
No, we are in November.
Oh, November 9th. Yeah. Yeah, we're being hunted.
What do you mean we are being hunted?
The Archons are in town.
Oh. No, I'm in the clear. They told me I was in the clear.
So I've been laying low because I've been hunted by Archons.
Well, it's not great for you.
I know.
They did ask about you a bit, but sort of
They're hunting me.
Yeah, I didn't know where you were, so I told them that I didn't know where you were.
Why I didn't tell you where I was.
It was very bizarre.
I was hoping I left you a message saying that they were around so that you could get out.
Oh yeah, you weren't there. No, I took, let's call it a plea deal.
I don't understand.
I got my Camarilla card.
Oh.
So they seem to think that it's all that was needed. Apparently, you know, if ever I do something, now I'm liable for consequences, but I didn't do anything.
Should probably talk to Artie about the Camarilla. He knows about them, so he can tell you all their things.
Okay, well, I mean, so far they just asked me to like show up at one thing.
They will kill you. Artie says they kill people pretty easily if you do anything that upsets them, or they'll kill your family or friends. They're really into that. Apparently,
he raises his arm. He's like, I didn't sign up for that.
Well, that's what happens when you sign up for the Camarilla. They've got all sorts of rules, and if you break them, they'll kill you or anybody that you care about. To make an example,
sounded more like they were.
He doesn't say good things about them.
Shit. Well, maybe I need to call Artie.
Yeah, I talked to him.
Oh yeah,
he knows all about them.
I can't call them anymore. That's the one caveat. They don't really like technology. You think it's unsafe? Yeah. It's mostly bullshit, because I've seen the sheriff walk around with a cell phone.
Yeah. Well, be careful,
if you're telling me that they're going to kill me if I touch a cell phone, I'm not going to.
No, you're in with them now, so you're going to have to be careful.
Well, I mean, I've lost an arm to the Sabbat, so what else can they do?
Well, they're going to destroy the city.
Oh no, that's bad.
That's what they do.
I thought they just came to, like, I don't know, stay, rule.
Yeah.
They're like the liberal version of Sabbat, I guess.
I don't know about all that. All I know is that they do a lot of bad things.
Oh shit.
And
I appreciate the warning. Don't get your card then. Don't join them. I should have told me that before.
They wouldn't let me join them. I'm pretty sure they've been hunting me a bit for a couple decades, so we're not really.
What did you do?
Nothing. Didn't do anything at all. But they've got weird rules, and if you break their rules and you don't even know what it is, they're gonna try to kill you.
I see the type.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just going to live in my hole. And he looks back, and you can see that there's like a freshly patched patch of concrete.
Everything okay over there?
Yeah, well, let's just say that's one less reason for them to try to kill me. Yeah.
Yeah, you'll have to watch out. They're all about, I don't know. I don't even know them very well. I just know they call themselves, Artie calls them the Ivory Tower. And
Yeah, they
they're,
say that a lot. They
yeah, I
use
think
like
they were all
old world vernacular, like prince and highness and
yeah.
and apparently there's a they don't like talking to me. Like even the Archons, they didn't really enjoy it, and I guess they all talk about, you know, my blood and stuff, but my blood is fine. My blood's fine.
A lot of these people have weird ideas about things. They sent another Archon to come after me personally, take me out. So I have to stay low.
Well,
But
I
I
mean,
just wanted to check in with you to make sure you're okay.
yeah, I'll be. Right now, it's just been trying to get back to normal. You know, when I was crashing at your place, well, your folks' place, I
They're
didn't
gone,
really,
by the way.
huh?
They're gone.
As in,
Oh no, they should be out of the city, I hope, because the Kemmer will kill them. That's what they do.
oh, shit, I don't know if they've left.
No, they're not there anymore.
I can check anyway. It's just I've left things, you know, go on without supervision for a while, so I need to catch up on that.
You probably shouldn't be seen talking to me either, because I don't think they like it when you talk to people outside of their club. And Artie's
No,
pretty
that
sure there's going to be
part.
some kind of a war.
Yeah, that part I knew. What the war?
Yeah. Artie's pretty convinced there's going to be some sort of war between the Anarchs and the Camarilla. That's some kind of a thing. They're just here to sort of take over and then just get rid of anybody they don't that's not in their club. So you'll just have to know you can't be seen with somebody like me or any of the Anarchs.
Well, then maybe you should leave.
Just
I
thought
can
I'd let
hide
you know.
Yeah, no, I know.
No. You hide me and they find me, then you'll be in trouble. You know?
Like worse than the spot.
Artie doesn't say good things about the spot either, so
Does Artie says good thing about anything?
the ancient times.
He's a traditionalist.
I don't
He's
know.
a conservative type guy. Let's go back to the old ways.
I don't know. I don't know. He doesn't seem to like those either. He just says there was some sort of utopia in the past. I don't know what that's about.
Oh, then he's not talking about here. When I was,
No,
you know, breathing and stuff, it was pretty much. You know, now that I think of it, a lot of people have had chokeholds over the island. Church, and the Sabbat, and now the tower.
well, we were free for about 2 years, and
I didn't see time go by.
I suppose nobody cares to defend that freedom we had. They like chains.
I don't like chains.
Antonio, you just picked up a chain on you.
Yeah, but it's that or final death.
There's always more than just two options. But
It didn't really told me that it was nothing but binary.
yeah, that's what they want you to think. They want you to think you join them or you die. But you can always fight. You can always make other choices.
He looks down at like his missing arm. Like,
More than one way to fight.
well, talking like that old guy, a Mackenzie guy,
Oh,
fighting
yeah.
the power.
Yeah. But
I suppose they're not good either. Artie doesn't have anything good to say about them.
doesn't say much bad about them.
Mm.
So, I mean, that's something. But yeah, he wants some old place from some old time, utopian place. But at least that's what he used to want. Now I don't know.
Hmm.
Yeah, there's the prince is possessed by some sort of evil ancient vampire. So that's bad.
Whoa. Back up. What?
The prince is possessed by some evil ancient vampire. Like a dragon. An old evil Sabbat. That's why all the Archons came. Because, they were told that the prince evil controlled by some... There's a lot of... Do you remember back when we were at that meeting at the jungle and Artie was telling everybody that his sire would come and destroy everyone?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so her.
You're sure about that?
Well, I got eyes on the prince just the other night, and there certainly was some sort of weird shadow over him.
That's not cool. That's
Yeah, well,
I mean, maybe the problem will solve itself. Ancient vampire wakes up, eats him.
possible. But apparently, you heard Artie at the jungle that Val's gonna come here and kill everyone. That's what she does. I think except for Artie, because that would torture him more. So just watch out about that. There's a super ancient sire out to kill all of us. Although, I don't think she knows. You're not super good friends with Artie, so I think you're probably more or less safe. She's mostly going to go and...
The whole being afraid of your ancestors is very Sabbat things. Like I've heard that part before.
Oh, well, all I know is that this is apparently very personal. I mean, he's the one, he told all of us that she has been... This is a thing. But apparently she only really hurts the ones he loves, so you might be okay. But
then you're in trouble.
Oh, yeah. And apparently you can't fight somebody like her, so
is that why you're...
What?
Look, I didn't want to ask, I didn't want to pry, but you've got to hide?
No, I'm just becoming more myself.
A furry?
We all have within us a spirit. I don't know about you all, but I certainly do. And my spirit is more aligned with me now.
Yeah, sometimes inner spirits are better quiet.
That's probably how you all think. My spirit
Yeah.
guides me and gives me strength.
Well, good on you. Winning the spirit lottery.
Yeah, it's good in this time of trouble to have guidance from the divine. So,
Wait. I didn't figure you to be the religious type.
always been.
Huh. Had I known? And you see he fetches in
Just-
his shirt and like brings his like crucifix out.
Oh, yeah, not your religion.
You didn't see anything.
No, it's I don't judge. You have your thing, I have mine. It's all right. We're different.
Well, I mean,
Go by different rules.
God's pretty much everywhere, you know?
Different gods.
I'm not here to proselytize. I'm just saying. There's one guy I know that had a powerful spirit inside of him.
Who?
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got a different spirit inside of me.
Yeah, but no, think
Different.
about it. We don't know a lot about our condition, right?
Well, I do. I know about mine. I don't know about yours.
So you know who's the first vampire? Like, where did it start? Because I'm thinking
This is a
he might have
yeah.
been one of us.
Jesus. Could be
I mean,
one of yours.
what if he's Golconda type of thing? That's why he could like walk, in the sun and everything. And he had powers. We have powers.
Hey, did you know someone who was an expert in Golconda who was here before?
Yeah.
Who? Are they around?
Well, there were a bunch of people. I don't know if they're around. I think she ditched the Black Mass.
Who?
Well, so there were these two, and he catches himself almost saying the word broad because he's from that time.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
he goes, women, ladies, who you ever seen a kindred third eye before? That's freaky.
No,
But yeah, you want to talk about
Like-
spirits inside people?
like a literal third eye or like a metaphorical third eye?
Oh no. She had the it opened up from time to time. Kind of spooky. I think it could talk. Anyway, she she used I don't remember her name. Didn't stick around much anyway. I think she was too soft for just about any PAX here. So she hung out with some black woman, kind of a witchy vibe. But she wasn't very Golconda. She talked about like a bit, but she wasn't interested in, you know, redemption type of thing.
Who was she? They survived. Do you think I could find them?
I mean, fall into torpor and you're just a unmovable object, unmoving object for like however long. I guess. Her name was like Hattie Brimley.
No, I know.
Brinkley?
I know her, but yeah. But did you know what happened?
Her?
Yeah.
No. I mean, I don't know what happened at the Night of Ashes because I wasn't there.
What was she do? What were they doing? Who was the woman with the third eye?
Well, I don't know the woman with the third eye. They were besties. Well, I don't think Antonio would have used the word besties. He would have used the word gal pals.
So, look, there are, I don't know if you know this, but there are all those whites coming out of the sewers.
Yeah. I mean, shit.
What?
No, I don't know about the whites. Please tell me more.
Whites coming out of the sewers, attacking people.
Dixon?
Like a lot of them. Yeah.
Dixon, can you give me int plus insight?
Hmm. 0 insight. Let's see.
Difficulty.
It not. Okay, well, I have 2 int, so let's see. Nope.
Did you want to re-roll it?
He has no reason to sort of be suspicious of Antonio.
Oh, it's not necessarily suspicious. Wow. Oh, suspiciousness. Is that a word? I think it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
He goes, I know what whites are. I don't think they crawl out of holes in the ground. You know, they're
No.
they're like boogeymen.
No. There are apparently a whole bunch of them in the sewers, just like packs of them. Huge packs of them.
I wouldn't know anything about that.
One tried to kill me recently, ripped off half my face. Just jumped out of the sewer. It's a whole thing. So, but the reason why one, be careful about going to the sewers. They're apparently wandering about, so just watch out for that. But I'm gonna save them. But I think in order to save them, I'm gonna need to find that woman, the woman with the third eye. So,
Trooper, can you give me charisma persuasion? And with a +1.
I will note that I have a minus. I have a lot of minuses interacting with everybody.
Nope.
Okay.
You have minuses interacting with certain sects.
No. I also have I have more. I have a -2 on all interactions with all kindred because of my infamy, Masquerade Breacher. So that's all. That's already so I have a -2.
Yeah, but he doesn't care about that. He personally, not for the purposes of this specific. I can't say any more until you roll. So.
Charisma persuasion.
Yeah, charisma persuasion.
+1.
Yeah, circumstantial +1.
Yeah. 2.
Do you tell him about, how the white came out of the sewers, almost ripped half your face?
Yeah.
You said you wanted to save them.
Absolutely.
And you notice Antonio is... There was like a veil of suspiciousness, and then doubt, and then curiosity. And he's like rapt attention listening to you.
No, I know. Everybody says I'm being stupid. I mean, Artie does, that's not possible, blah, blah, but I don't follow what other people think. So trying to find this woman.
Who is she?
Who? The third eye woman? I don't know who she is.
No. The other one. She's related to you?
She's not part of any sect. She's a wise woman who saves people who need to be saving. She protects people. She is someone who
whose blood
everything.
is in your veins, isn't it?
People want to kill her, so
yeah,
she's not necessarily a safe person to
be around,
be associated with.
Yeah, one could say that you could lose an arm if you got too close to her.
Did you know her well?
And he goes to say something, but that patch of concrete behind him suddenly cracks. And
I kind of just step in front of him, between him and the crack. Sort of like a kind of an instinctual thing.
But what are you wearing? Like top?
Like dark hoodie, leather jacket, like carpenter's pants.
So he's
work
gonna
boots.
grab you by the back of the hood if your hood is still up, or the hood itself if the hood it's down.
Yeah, the hood's down. Yeah.
And he goes, "We gotta go. We gotta go. We gotta go."
Okay. All right. All right. And I'm gonna strike back, but I want to make sure that I keep him behind me. But I'm gonna stay between him and the crack. Don't know what it is, but
he's going to take. Actually, he's gonna ask for help. But there's like a stainless steel tray. It's almost not a gurney, but it's probably like for like a surgery suite or something. And at the bottom, like on the bottom shelf, if you will, like it's filled with boxes of something, because once you start pushing it, like you realize there's a heft to it, and there's a bunch of stuff on top also, like boxes with like biohazard written on it and whatnot. And he brings it.
Dixon's very strong.
He wants to pull it out and barricade the door on the other side with it. And then he goes, "We're going. We're going. We're leaving."
Dixon is very, very strong. He's got like potence 3, so he can just like move that
easily,
fairly quickly. Yeah.
Yeah. As you exit the room with just Andrade repeating these things, you hear rumble and a hiss come out from the
Is
crack.
that?
And it seems for a brief moment that someone under that patch of concrete turned a light on. There's just like faint outline. And we're gonna end on that tonight. Because I think that's an appropriate spot. How's everyone?
Was that just a gas leak? Sure, that's a gas leak, right? That's what hiss was. Yeah. Gas leaks do that. They crack things, make hissing sounds. It makes sense to me. Yep. Gas.
This is the pit where he killed like 66 people.
Yeah. Dixon doesn't know that. Dixon doesn't know that that's the murder pit. I know it, but Dixon does not know that that's the murder pit.
Hey, chat.
Yeah.
Kind of weird for someone who really, tries to follow the way of Christ to murder 66 people, wouldn't you say?
There was a whole flood. I mean, I feel like it could happen.
Yeah, but look, the Crusades existed.
No, but
Yeah.
he seems to think about it from a more, not the church, but the spirituality of it.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird. 66 is a weird number.
Think about it.
Unstable
Sure.
Deus, you would never expect it.
Nobody ever expects the Spanish Inquisition.
But, and that'll lead into my plug. If you want to perhaps see the Spanish Inquisition, you should tune in to High Shelf Collective on Thursday for the charity game that I'm running, which we're going to be playing, Monty Python's co-curricular medieval reenactment program. And there might be some Inquisition. But before I do all of this, I want to give the mic to my viewers, my players. Sorry, chat, but there's a lot of you, and I don't have time to go through everyone. So, players, thank you for being here. Thank you for taking the time off your Monday evening to come back and play some Vampire. Please tell us who you are, where we can find you, and all of that good stuff. And, what's your shout out for the night? We'll do reverse order. Since we ended with Dixon, we're going to start with Arthur and then Arthur, Flory, Dixon. So, Artie, you're up.
Hey everybody, Pope here, Pope World Build on the internet's first business then pleasure. If you want to see more of this very silly face, you get a few opportunities on the weekend. Saturday the 16th over on Valdrian's channel at 3 p.m. Eastern. We're going to be doing some Mass Effect and raising money for Extra Life. And it is all about the films that we watch over the holidays are influencing this. So, of course, I had to be ever so slightly contrarian, yet true to myself, and mention Vampire Hunter D Bloodlust as the one that I threw at Humalu to incorporate into things like Jingle All the Way. So if you want to see that train wreck, please tune in. And then Sunday over on Practical Thesmophoria, Carousel Court continues. There's a lot happening there. And we're going to be in 95. It's going to be a time. And then be back here on Monday for more Vampire. Wow. A lot happened. I am thankful that things did not go worse. Like, Flory had a night and then some. Between, Simmons turning to ash, being exceptionally hungry, having an uncomfortable conversation with Caleb, and then stumbling on an unfortunate situation, and that little bit of morality that's still there, just hitting hard and hitting home. And then it's been an incredibly long time since we really like saw Dixon interacting with folks, and it's been an incredibly long time since we've seen Andrade. So that conversation was very interesting. And I feel like we got close, so tantalizingly close to a number of things, and it's just out of reach, and it's driving me batty. Like there's tasty secrets there. It's the nougat in the Three Musketeers bar. I want it, but we're not there yet. You gotta be back here next week just to find out more about our soft lady with third eye, who just is a gal pal. Gals being pals with that witchy sort of revolutionary lady. That's something that we need a little bit more of. That always cheerful holiday question: what's in the basement? So thank you all for being here. We're live VOD YouTube. A story is nothing without its audience. You're much a part of this as we are. Definitely is the holiday season. Be kind to yourselves. Be kind to one another. And I look forward to seeing you all very soon.
Thank you, Arthur. Lori.
Oh, this is always so much fun. I love coming back to this and the shenaniganry that unfolds. Thank you, everyone, for being here. I am your friendly neighborhood Prex. At Dirgedomin on Twitter, Prexgorthesmia4 is see me around here on Twitch, Prex the Bard over on Hive, Instagram, and Blue Sky. Apparently I'm doing things there. But I'm going to share some love, and then I'm going to tell you all of the places you can find me because they're fun things that are happening. So first up, love. Just love everything that Dixon's doing. And I was talking with Trooper about this during the break, that one of the things I love so much about what's happening right now between the communications between Dixon and Flory is actual miscommunication that functions, and not miscommunication that can literally be resolved in 30 seconds like you see in a contemporary romance, like a Hallmark movie. These two people are trying to communicate, and there's a language barrier that isn't being crossed. Like, this is just, and it's causing so many things to fall out in ways that are very interesting, and I love every moment about it. And I love how that's kind of been slowly building in such a way that it's influencing multiple things that are coming in the near future. Loved seeing both sides of Caleb's in that two conversations, between Artie's conversation with Caleb and Flory's conversation with Caleb. Because Flory's conversation was really just hey, you asked this guy to be dead. He's dead, but you also have a werewolf problem. Wasn't my fault. He was the one who started yelling about a werewolf and fighting it. Like, totally not my problem, but he's the one that did it. Whatever. And then also seeing Artie see that, oh, this is a player who's making a move. Now I'm concerned about the possibility of move that he's making. And it's intriguing, and I love it. And I also love right now the fact that Flory has neither said yes nor no to Caleb explicitly. And it'll be interesting to see how things go. And I love the little tension moments that we're building in all of these kind of story beats and things that are going on. To show that, yeah, Flory does not care about the 6 cops who are hella dead right now. Excuse me, 4 cops who are hella dead, and the 2 other cops who are more than likely dead, but she didn't care enough to check. But she did care about that kid. and like cared enough to stay and check and wait. And it's like, okay, now she can go. But it's a very interesting points about who she is and what she's doing. We'll find out how that goes. But as for me, you can find me next on my channel on Saturday as we do some book club, and I'm going to be talking about the books that I've been reading this week, which will be very interesting. If you missed the first episode of that, you can go check over on my YouTube, Praxua Thesmophoria, watch the VOD. There's the list of books that I'm going to be reading. You can go come over and hang out on Saturday because there will be spoilers, but I want to talk about people and I like books and we should talk more. And then Sunday, we are on episode 4 of Arc 3, literally in the last 3 episodes of Carousel Court, and the tension is rising because there were some discoveries made that were related to plot things that have been building for 7 episodes, almost 12 episodes now. And then there have been a brand new form of magic utilized created in a way that led to many people facepalming, but in the best possible way. So no spoilers, but you should definitely come and because there have been phrases that have been mentioned multiple times that have made Pope facepalm on both Saturday and Sunday.
Chekhov's been real freaking busy.
Yep. But if you've missed out on any of that, you can check the VODs. They're over on YouTube. And then I'll be back here on Monday because I can't wait to see what drama this is. And Flory's going to be like, hey, I hear we're doing some breaking and entering. And you were going to go without me?
Thank you, Flory.
Yep.
And
see you next time.
Last, not least, Dixon.
Hey, I'm Jabritcha P. Woo! I've been playing Dixon. Let's see. I'll do you can find me first because then I can spend all my time talking about how great everybody else is. Today's Monday. You can find me tomorrow at 8:30 p.m. over at the High Shelf Collective, 8:30 p.m. Eastern. They're doing a whole bunch of charity streams all week, and I'll be doing a Monster of the Week over at 8:30 over there. You can hang out with me. That's going to be like a Hallmark Monster of the Week. So I'm playing a person who left this small town to go live in the big city, but now he's back and he lost his Christmas spirit. But will he find it? Or maybe monsters. It's really unclear. And then you know how it is when you're coming back from the big city, back to the small town where you grew up and, you don't plan on staying. Anyhow, we'll find out what happens there. And then you can find me on Friday for the season finale of The Gamblers, the Traveler Pirates of Drynecks campaign. I don't know what choices people are gonna make, but it might involve psionic drugs. So then you can find me on Sunday back here on Praxis channel, Practical Thesmophoria channel for Carousel Court. We should talk about it. And then of course, we're not gonna be back here for Vampire for a while, is that right?
No, we're back next Monday for Vampire, but after that we're break. Next
well, that's good because
we're gonna be on break for like just 2 weeks or something. But next Monday is season 4 finale.
Oh, what?
Which seems to fit well with stuff.
I feel like what? All right, I guess. I just feel like we should just get will it be like an extra long episode because what? Like that. Anyway, so
I said tonight that I didn't want to go over and it's midnight, so
So I just want to give my love to Flory for always being the one on top of things, like seeing all the angles. And I want to give my love to Artie for not seeing all the angles right away and then being like, wait a minute. maybe that's bad. So that like that's that sort of moment was super exciting. And then also I want to give love to Simon for using the voice that will destroy his voice when in the middle of a cough. Don't do that next time. And that's me. That's me.
Cool. Thank you for being here. By the way, people, I have... The name is not there, but I did unlock... Let's face it, we all know she's a Salubri, you know, third eye. So I unlocked the Salubri over on Legend Keeper. She is under the Independence, and I will link the Legend Keeper again in chat. Here we go. If you want to go take a look, some of you who have played Vampire before might recognize the face. Because she was in a book at some point. I don't know if that face is a known NPC. But in my case, it's someone else. All that to say,
I will note that the version of the Salubri within the mythology that Dixon knows do not necessarily get third eyes. So that was that they don't necessarily have them. So having a third eye is like, oh, I actually don't know about that one.
I don't
they
know
might,
about,
but they don't necessarily.
About the rest of you, I saw that picture. I'm going, little red dots of Salubri?
It tracks. That does track.
I can see the resemblance.
Yep.
But yeah, so as for me, well, first of all, thank you everyone for being here. Thank you people in chat for the interactions, for the questions, for the follows, for the raids, for everything. I know that I saw like Versivore had like questions about werewolf before. I know we're doing okay. I'll do things in order, but I might just do like a just chatting at some point and just talk about World of Darkness if y'all want and answer questions and such. That said, hi everyone, I'm Simon at Wandering DM, and you can find me over on High Shelf Collective, like I said, on Thursday for Monty Python, blah 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 blah. I do believe I might be one of the first people that is going to stream this game, because like the PDFs were sent out like not even a month ago. But yeah, it's going to be interesting, and there are donation incentives to make my life harder, and there are donations incentive to fire me from my GMC. So it's all for elevated access. We've got giveaways, we've got a bunch of stuff. It's going to be awesome. And on Saturday, we'll be back for our last session of Scion before we break for the holidays. We might actually just pause 1 week for Scion and then come back on the 30th. It remains to be seen. But they're underground and it's hit the fan. They're deep in enemy territory. And other than that, back here on Monday. Oh, and next Thursday is the postmortem for One Fight One Night. So we're gonna sit down with the players and you chat. We're gonna answer questions. We're gonna talk about what we liked, what we didn't like. I'll also talk about some of the changes that will be brought to the rules after this extensive playtest. It was very interesting to run. Learned a lot of things, and it's going to be fun to, demystify the strange amalgamation of limbs that ran after people. I'll send you a picture of the thing, players. And that's it. Have a good night. Let's see if we can raid someone at this late hour. Well, it's gonna be Magi RPG because... Oh no, I forgot Tracy is still up. Magi RPG? There you go. They're playing D&D. So let's go ahead.
Dixon's not
Hi.
letting Antonio go. Just saying it. It's good. Stick right to him for the moment.
Cool. Well, have a good night, everyone.